Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. It's time to check in with the ladies of The View. And today we hear this kernel of truth from Joy Behar. They are haters and they are miserable.
You know what's in the air, Whoopi?
What's
Trumpism. We lost the election. Wait a minute. We lost the election. We're miserable. Half of this country is miserable. And let's just tell the truth. We hate that he won. We hate it. And everybody's uptight and crazy right now.
They are miserable. Yes, we know. We know that. Not much joy on The View set. Now listen here as Joy unloads on a man whose audience is far, far greater than hers, Joe Rogan. She's upset about dragons.
We went from Walter Cronkite, basically, to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, I guess, like dinosaur-y type of animals.
Oh dear. For the record, because you're never going to get straight facts from The View, Joe Rogan doesn't believe there were once dragons that breathe fire, like in the Game of Thrones. He was talking about dragon, dinosaur type of animals that fly, something wildlife biologists have speculated about. But back to The View and their delusions of honesty and accuracy.
But I think that's why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
We're checked by everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if we're wrong, we have, the legal note here.
I'm sorry, but Sonny reading out frequent legal notes when people threaten to sue is not the same thing as being accurate. Now to an almighty meltdown from Axios CEO and co-founder Jim VandeHei. This rant about Elon Musk and X is incredible for its sheer audacity and self-delusion. He really thinks people lost trust in the media because of X or some nefarious force. No, Jim, it was because folks were sick of being lied to by the leftist media.
Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day, or X today, saying we are the media, you are the media. My message to Elon Musk is bullshit. You're not the media. What we do, what journalists do, what you did in Mississippi, what Al Jazeera does in the Middle East. Being a reporter's hard, really hard. You have to care. You have to do the hard work. You have to get up every single day and say, I want to get to the closest approximation of the truth without any fear, without any favoritism.
He's either lying or he's ignorant. There are no other options at this point. Journalists ignoring the truth and becoming political activists is what has seen trust in the media plummet to record lows. But of course, Jim's rant was applauded by the very worst examples of the leftist media, the lunatic asylum that is MSNBC, the network with a plummeting audience for the lunatic fringe, by the lunatic fringe, and yeah, of course, they loved Jim's speech.
You do it by doing the hard work.
Yeah, come on, slow clap, everybody. Whoa. First of all, I've got to say, extraordinary content. It needed to be said.
Yeah.
It continues to need to be said. When all of the garbage is flying around on social media, lying about reporters, lying about the hard work they do, lying about the hard work editors do, lying about everything up and down.
Joe Scarborough and the network that has done more to damage journalism's name than any other, he's still trying to gaslight the nation. At least while they're playing the victim, they've stopped pushing the Russian collusion hoax. Time to check in now on the leader of the free world. Remember him? Joe Biden, or is it Joe Biden's husband?
I must say, I followed that standard because I had no choice. I'm Joe Biden's husband.
Oh dear, he's not all there, is he? Now to a man identifying as a woman who's wearing a lemon dress and a keffiyeh. I wouldn't suggest doing that in Gaza or the West Bank or any Muslim majority country.
Today, for the first time, I dressed fully feminine in public, in the broad light of day. It was to a luncheon at my work. with the board of directors of the theater company I work for. I wore my lemon dress and my keffiyeh.
And something of a miracle, folks. This is CNN bringing cold, hard facts to their audience. And you know, in airports and hospital waiting rooms around America, there'd be lefties losing it listening to this.
Take a look here. President Trump's transition net approval. You go back to November of 2016. Look at this. It was just at plus 1 point. Just at plus 1 point. That is well below the historical norm. Look at where we are today. Significantly higher. Plus 18 points. That's 17 points higher on the presidential transition net approval rating. The bottom line is this. If 8 years ago Americans were lukewarm on Donald Trump, at this particular point, they're giving him much more the benefit of the doubt. A lot more Americans are in love with this transition. What you see 8 years ago, 53% of Americans were scared or concerned, the majority towards the upcoming Trump term. Look at where we are now. The shoe is on the other foot. 53% of Americans are excited or optimistic. It's flip-flop.